Hi, my name is Naomi Taberman, and I'm in Paul Werner's class at Northland Community and Technical College, and this is my oral presentation on the principles of management. I would like to share with you the book that I chose to talk about today, and that is 101 Great Ideas for Managing People. After I picked it, I noticed that there weren't exactly chapters in it, but there is 101 great ideas for managing people. I chose a few that I thought were really essential. I started working in 1977, and I've held quite a majority of really good jobs, a couple of jobs I don't even want to talk about. And I can certainly tell you I've had some really great managers and I've had some really poor managers. So my oral presentation today is going to be about a couple of the really great ideas that I thought were essential. And the first one is, are you considered a bad hire? I don't feel I was a bad hire, but I do feel that some managers hire bad people. Okay, that's not good. Not bad people. They hire those that are not meant for the job. And this man talked about how his bad hire was the third hire. After he learned he didn't want the first two, he picked the third one. So he said, I learned that no hire is better than a bad hire, which essentially is true. If you're a manager, and I understand you have to fill a position, but what he was trying to portray or come across with was, don't hire because you have to get the position filled. Make sure you find the right person that enhances your company. Second one, this one was called Please Complain. Please complain. Who says that? I want you to complain to me. But this one was about undetected problems. No one knows how a company is run better than employees who are actually doing the job, unless this manager came from that department. And it was, these people had machines and they had to go out and electronically take pictures of things. But they had to come back to the company to recharge these handheld little jobs and then get back out on the road again, costing the company thousands in lost productivity. Thousands. You know, which could better be used for, like, let's say, more vacation time. Okay, so what he found out was that he only needed to purchase $100 battery chargers and give to the employees to keep in their trucks. Ta-da! Problem taken care of, and, you know, instead of having the employees drive back, now they're out there working. So another is the Myers-Briggs type indicator. Some of you may have already done this. I know I've done it for a few jobs. And this is an online test that tests what kind of a person that you are. There's no right or wrong answers. It's just who you are. Mine came up with, I'm an extrovert. That much is apparent. But there's some of us that are quiet. You know, we're like quiet lions, where I'm the chattering monkey and I get things done fast, fast, fast. It doesn't mean I'm a better employee. That doesn't have anything to do with it. But this one manager used it as a way of understanding who his employees are, and he asked them to take it after he hired them, not before, after he hired them. So let's say one of his departments had to be split in two new managers. Who to put which employees with? He would actually keep it in a notebook and how that employee reacted, what they worked well with, who they worked well with, and he was able to come up with two of the greatest departments because of this Myers-Briggs type indicator. You can take the test online. You can't take the original one unless you want to pay for it. But there are other tests that are just like it. Another one was doing well by doing good. Many companies out there like to take care of their employees, but they understand that sometimes giving back to your neighborhood or giving back to society is really good for company and good for company morale. One such company had very high stress positions, people taking calls, dealing with very crabby people, and there were high stress calls, and once a month he allowed his employees to take a day off with pay to go volunteer. And some of these employees chose to go work at a soup kitchen, and for 3 hours they served those people in need and people who didn't know where the next meal was coming from and where they're going to sleep that night. And it gave them a reprieve from their high stress job, but it allowed them to put into perspective their life, their job, that, you know, taking those phone calls really wasn't that bad. It kind of put it into perspective. Another was a salon that once a month would take its stylists and receptionists and the 22 people in this salon and would take them to a low-income neighborhood and go to the schools once a month and give haircuts for free. It allowed her to give back to the community, and really volunteering is a wonderful way to increase productivity in your employees and giving them a chance to get away too from the office. Let's see. Oh, and after you've been hired, no one wants to tell the boss an unpleasant truth. This is true, and some companies allow for the employees to leave anonymous feedback, and it's really up to the management to listen to those employees, to listen to what's going on in the company. And what I got from that was you're trying to make your work environment better. And as one manager put it, if you try to get defensive about what they're asking, you're going to be dead in the water, and you never know what you're not going to hear. If you don't listen to them, you don't know how you can actually really improve your company. And I know that much because I started in the mailroom, and I learned a lot about my job and the employees, and I knew how to make it better. That was my cat. Anyways, in conclusion, the 5 things is for managers to know and understand their employees, to give back to the community and volunteer. Listen to your employees about, they know how to increase productivity because they're working the job. And a good manager listens and he implements. And doing well by doing good, volunteering in the community, taking the Myers-Briggs at some time, understanding your employees and their personalities is a great way to run a business. So in conclusion, my one thought was, and it's free, too many business owners don't take the time for the one employee incentive that will never break the company budget. And what is that? You want to know what that is? I know, because it makes me feel good too. Timely, honest praise. Sorry, that's my phone. Timely, honest praise. Research has shown that appreciation from the managers is the one incentive that employees and workers we want most to hear is that good job. You did a great job. So that's it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you learned. I hope you learned from this. Thank you, and have a great class, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Werner, for your time.